And welcome back to Property Palz. My name's Ben.
My name is Marcus.
And we are so excited to be back for episode number
20.
Blackjack 21.
21. Ben, just the same as my age. Feels amazing. I wish.
Tell you what, it's going to be full marks today and full house.
Full marks? What do you mean?
Full house. I'm trying to make a couple of good
Puns?
Funny ones. Anyway, we're not going to waste your time too much. They did not. RBA kept interest rates at the same level, hasn't increased. So there's a lot of excitement in the market at the moment. And we have picked out 5 Ripper properties for this week. But there's a special characteristic about these week's properties, Marcus, which I'm not sure, did you pick up?
I did pick up on, Ben. You've just struggled that first intro, but we got through it in the end.
So excited for episode 21.
Properties are in the CBD of Melbourne, and we love the CBD. We like heritage apartments, we like new apartments, some of them.
Strategically located apartments.
Yep, we like some good floor-to-ceiling windows.
Oh, wow.
Now, Ben, should we just get down into
I
it?
reckon
Get
let's
down
just
and dirty?
down and dirty, right foot forward, and just right into property number 5. Now, let me, Marcus, paint the picture for this property.
Can you paint me?
This one is actually, it's a little bit cheeky because it's actually West Melbourne, but it's pretty much still in the CBD core, so we're going to call it CBD. It is unit number 1, 320 Spencer Street, West Melbourne.
Is that considered West Melbourne there?
This is West Melbourne. It's just outside of the Hoddle, or the still Hoddle grid actually, but it's West Melbourne. So anyway, it's pretty much CBD because it's directly opposite the new police station. Diagonally opposite, sorry. And then this is a one bed, one car. I think that means 1 bed, 1 bath.
Yeah,
and
car.
it is a
No
deadline
car,
sale.
No car.
Okay, no car, 1 bed, 1 bath, deadline sale, which is basically like an EOI, I would have thought. It's saying, look, we're going to try and sell it at this time, assuming that we get the prices that we want. Quoted $440,000 to $480,000. Now that, when you hear those sort of numbers, Marcus, what sort of alarm does it ring? Not alarm, what sort of bells does it ring? Stamp duty savings.
All right, I was going to say, I'm not sure. Yeah.
Well, so what's interesting, Marky, about this is it's located in a 90s 20 warehouse. You'd call it a loft apartment. Now, it's over 2 levels, so the ground floor is living room, kitchen, upstairs is your bedroom. This was converted in 2001. The building itself, it's got ground 1, 2, so ground retail, levels 1 is office, level 2 is 6 apartments, and then the top thing is just a big marketing board. But we'll get to that a little while later in this episode. Now, this one sold for $190,000 in 2001, and I think it looks pretty good.
I think it's okay, Ben, but the bedroom, can you tell me, where are the measurements?
Oh, that's a very keen observation, Marcus, is that
south facing too?
There is no, that's right. It is south facing.
Is it?
And it's facing directly opposite the correction facility. I think it's called, is it called the correction or it's the assessment prison. So it's opposite the assessment prison, diagonally opposite the police station. So look, you're probably okay because you're diagonally opposite the police station. It'll be fairly safe, but I think it just looks pretty cool. The layout itself, you're right, dining, kitchen, bathroom downstairs, that all ticks boxes, right? But
yes.
When you get upstairs, the bed is recessed back and there's a void, and that's going to give light access to the bedroom. But we'll pop up the photo right up here of the bedroom. You can see you're only getting light either through the door.
I wouldn't even call it light because the windows aren't even there.
That's right, so it's just the top there. So I'm not really sure from a planning perspective if there's anything that you need to worry about. But some people might say, you know what, just get rid of that wall or make that all window so then you can have light through to the bedroom. Like, it's inevitably, or is ultimately, it's a 1-bedroom apartment.
So why did you choose this one, Ben?
Well, it's CBD, Marcus. It's in a heritage building. There's a couple of nice X factors thing here and there. It's, from a value point of view, 75 square metres internally. So Marcus, come on, give me the quick maths.
Oh, is it 6,400 per square metre?
That is incredibly speedy. So that's not much money. You would struggle to build things like that.
Yeah, well, like for something like this, you probably can't build it. So why is it so cheap, Ben?
Well, I think
because of the bedroom.
I think ultimately it's a little bit unique. It doesn't suit everyone. It's a 1-bedroom loft sort of apartment, but this sort of loft style stuff, like go to New York and this is cool. This sort of apartment.
Yeah, no, you're right. It definitely is. I think it's just interesting. Like some people would hate it, some people would love it. So, all right,
But we haven't finished yet.
Oh, we haven't.
I have a strategic piece of information to tell you.
Please give me that strategic piece.
So it's a strata building. And so by that, it's divided into different lots. The ground floor, the level 1, and the advertisement boards up the top sold in, I think it was June 2020.
Yep.
There's 6 other apartments in the building, of which this is one of them.
Yep.
Now, if you were to be able to accumulate all of those 6 apartments, and then you also were the purchaser of that ground, the level 1 and the advertisement boards up the top, subject there to be not too long of a lease, that's a development site.
How high could it go?
I haven't done the research, but because it's in an area which it's encourages dense development, and in the current housing environment where they're really supportive of
They
more
will
housing,
be, I think, in the future.
it's could be a strategic play.
Ben, I'm just wondering, for example, do you, in Melbourne, Victoria, out of the percentage of an owner's corporation, do you have to get 100% to be able to
You do.
develop? Yeah.
That's a good point,
wanted to
Marcus.
point out for
And that's different for New South Wales.
Yes.
But we'll jump into that in another episode because it takes a little bit of time to explain.
Okay, sounds
Let's
good.
get into number 4, Marcus. What do we got?
Oh, big Benny boy, the big B we like to call him. 508/394 Collins Street, Melbourne. 1 bed, 1 bath.
Wow, Collins Street.
Haven't put the cars in there, but yep, 1 bed, 1 bath, no car. Private sale, 395k to 430k.
Again, that is a small quantum of dollars in the scheme of things.
It is, Ben, but we'll probably understand why it's a small quantum of dollars. So
please.
It's 46 square metres, no balcony. If it's selling at the top end of the range, it's asking approximately 10k per square metre.
Okay.
So it last sold in 2013 for 400k, Ben, so it hasn't appreciated,
okay.
if at all.
So not much appreciation for
Why
that
would
apartment.
that be, Benjamin?
There's a lot of different reasons, but fortunately I am an economics degree,
Oh,
so
you do,
I
yeah.
can give a little bit of insight into this.
Give me
I
that
think
insight.
with apartments sometimes haven't appreciated at the same rate towards properties which have a land component due to supply and demand.
Yeah.
And there's always more apartments being built, at least over the past 20 years in the CBD, whereas you can't build too much more houses in the CBD, right?
It's true, Ben, yeah. I
limited
agree.
land.
Would you like a couple of apartments in this area
I would,
of the town?
or on Collins Street, I would
Yeah.
like more than a couple.
Oh,
But Marcus, what with this building itself,
yeah.
46 square metres, is that an issue?
Depends. Banks, obviously, financing we've talked about in the past, where they sometimes are a bit iffy about lending on below 40 or below 50 square metres. So it could be an issue. You want to get pre-approval.
So yeah, you need to speak to your bank, make sure that they tick it off.
Ben, this is called the Treasury on Collins, former Bank of Australia building.
Wow.
Classical revival style by architects Reed and Barnes in 1875. So it was originally 2 stories, extended and rebuilt internally in 1929. 4 additional top levels in 2001. Hotel has 115 rooms. 115
So
rooms.
there's a hotel component, then there's also an apartment
Really?
component to it. Wow.
115 rooms.
That's really good
I'm gonna
research.
fact check that, yeah. One of the most prime intersections in the whole CBD, Queen and Collins, and it has a great little bar in the base of the building.
Tell you what, that would be a bar that you could just take someone to, right?
Oh, Ben, yes, I had a great date at that bar, didn't
Speaking
I?
from
In the
experience.
bank, yes.
Wow, wow.
And
Would
you
bank-
could
would
live
bank on
you
it?
could live in the building and you could go to the bar.
There you go. Just save time on travels. Like, why do you need to own a car when you can just go downstairs?
Uber.
for a
You
bar
gotta
and
get an Uber.
upstairs? Now, this location though, Marcus, that's really good. Like, it is basically as prestigious and as prime as you can get. Queen and Collins Street. That building there looks beautiful. The one directly opposite on the south side, so just down, will pop up a map of what it is just across the road. That one, there's also another gorgeous, beautiful historic building. Diagonally across from it is the ICBC office building, and then on the other side of it is Queen and Collins, which is, I think, again, it's one of the old, I think ANZ Gothic Bank was there for a while, and then I'm not sure if it's that anymore, but there is also a nice high tea place directly across the road too as well.
Good, Ben. Nice due diligence. The living room faces northeast, but
That's
the bedroom
pretty
faces south, which is actually okay.
Doesn't matter.
Windows are very high though. You have like the spandrel and it's quite high, so you can't look down to the ground. And
So
I don't.
do we have
I
any
don't love
photos
that.
of it?
Yeah, we do. I'll just show you, Benjamin.
Okay, we've got a bit of common area.
So
Okay, that's
the
not too bad.
bedroom
The
window's
bedroom's
fine, but these ones are a bit higher in the living room.
Yeah, it's not ideal. It's not the full floor-to-ceiling windows, or as big as, say, the
small.
previous property, but you're right. And is that because the way it's just been probably designed being a heritage building? Okay.
What do you think of the kitchen, Ben? It is quite compact.
That
Quite
That's
basic.
a basic kitchen now.
it's along
It does have
the
a stone top, but then again, you've only got 46 square metres of space. Every square metre counts.
Yeah, it does count, Ben. The other thing that's interesting, you got stairs in the apartment.
Well, upstairs
two
to
stairs.
the bedroom?
No, it's the living room, Benjamin.
Oh, so
So
you
see
need to
here?
walk up to
down and then up. So you need to walk down and then you walk up.
it. Okay. Well, it's probably not ideal, but then
No.
again, if you're trying to get those 10,000 steps in a day,
2 steps helps every time.
every step counts.
Windows, I'm just looking here.
3 by 6 by 2.9 bedroom, probably okay.
Oh, it's fine. 3.6 by 2.9 is actually quite nice. I've also noticed the apartment has a bathroom, Ben. Can you tell me, is there any issue with this bathroom?
So I'm looking at it. The toilet, the bath. I'm guessing the shower's in the bath.
No, come full of,
and then
just
your
come out
closet, but then that's your closet, isn't it?
a bit. No, just come further out. Have a look at it. You got the bedroom, then you got the bathroom. How do you get into the bathroom if you're not in the bedroom?
Yeah, so it means that no guests.
No guests.
No
Zero
guests
guests.
this
Your bedroom, you can only get into the bathroom through your bedroom.
That's
so
right.
you want to make sure that if you're having your friends over, they might come
Clean
into your
your
bedroom.
bedroom.
Clean your bedroom. Don't do anything dumb in there at all. Yes.
Well said.
Thank you.
Okay, well, how about that? Is that it?
Ben,
Number 4?
can I just say though, it's a beautiful building overall. I think it provides value. However, I wouldn't necessarily go into this for an investment purpose if you're going over time, wanting to make money. I think you love it, buy it if you want to live in it.
Unless you really believe that rents are going to keep going up.
And the rental yield is good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good point, Benjamin.
Love it. Let's go. Number 3, and this one I'm a little bit excited about. So now we're going on Collins. Let's go all the way down Collins, further east, and we're going to hit Spring Street.
Can you tell me where Spring Street is, Ben?
Spring Street is the furthest street
Premium.
on the east in the Paris end of the CBD, and this property here is at 31 Spring Street. It's on the corner of Flinders Lane, very hip,
very
and also
hip, hooray.
and also Spring Street. And this is unit 1108. Now it is a 1 bed
Of 31 Spring Street.
of 31 Spring Street. Well said. 1 bed, 1 bath, 1 car. Very useful.
True, the other ones didn't have cars. This one does.
Very
Stacker?
useful. I'm not sure actually if it's a stacker. It's a little bit difficult. I think maybe it is, but anyway, I think it's got a car lift actually. So anyway, it's an auction, $460,000 to $490,000. And now this, let me just paint a
How
picture.
big is it?
Well, we'll get there in a second, Marcus. Okay. If you do your research, because we'll get there in 1 second. This is okay. Well, let's talk about the size of it. I think it's just a pinch of salt larger than 50 square meters. Just a tad bigger.
We can work it out here, actually.
4.6 by, and then it's about 11. So, quick maths, it's just over 50 square meters. So then that, again, you need to double check with your bank that they're comfortable with it, but I think that ticks the box, which is very attractive at that price range there for a first home buyer, or just a more budget buyer. It's in the Philadelphia Apartments complex, which was the former Telstra offices, built in the year 2000. Now 12 levels were added. I think probably the former Telstra offices was before 2000, and then it was
built. It was built in 2000.
Maybe I'm not
I
sure
think
if
it was
the building.
site of the former Telstra office, maybe.
That's right.
And then it's built in 2000.
But no, so 12 levels were added to the former 13 levels.
Oh.
And then the apartments up the top. Well, I think anyway. Architect is Robert Peck von Hartel Trethauwen.
Is that any Trethauwen? I know that name.
It's a very familiar name. It's quite a famous heritage name as well.
Yes, it is.
But 115 apartments, last sold for $320,000 in 2007. So 320 if it sells for the upper range of, call it $500,000. That's $180,000 in what, 15 years? It's not, for an apartment, it's not too bad, to be honest.
At least it's gone up.
Agreed. Well, when you think about that, it's doubled in value over 15 years. Like, it's not too bad if it sells to that upper range.
Yeah, and the rule of thumb is what? It double in value every 7 years. Is that the
Every 10 years or so. Depends how big your thumb is. Now, I think, so again, it's
and
just
how
over,
you use it.
That's right. It's just over 50 square meters. It's quite an attractive building in a super location. There is just one little thing that you need to know about this apartment.
I'm just looking. There's probably a couple of things. I'm just saying. Do you like bathrooms that are blue?
I think the bathroom looks really good.
It does. It actually does look.
I
really
think
good.
it's actually very well
Tastefully
designed.
done.
Got a pool. Got a nice entry to the building.
But Ben, it's
Beautiful
looking
location.
south. It's looking south.
That's true.
The bedroom. I'll come back to the south part, but the bedroom is like the other one. It's got it's not a void. It's just inset. So it means that you're taking light from the living room, from the natural light outside, but
And it's not too
and
big,
it's got
2.7 by 2.9. Stairs up to the bedroom. That's a good observation too. I didn't see that. But look, it's compact living that you're buying for $460,000 to $490,000.
Can I go in for the kill?
Now, come on, just bring it to me.
Oh, Benjamin, it's a great part of town. But could there be a reason why people would be moving out?
Well, particularly if you're facing that direction.
Yes, Ben. Have you heard of a building that might be just going behind it, near it?
So, and on that point, when we say it faces south, it's not exactly south. It kind of faces west. And the reason the issue that's an issue is that directly in front of you, there's been a proposed massive new office development, which we're going to pop up some photos up here. Now, it hasn't been approved.
It's behind the building, but in front of your apartment.
Yeah, so that's right. So it's to the west of this apartment complex, but that is kind of where your view is. So that, if it goes up, it will block your view completely.
You won't get much natural light.
But maybe that's the opportunity that if you don't really care about that view, but also it's not approved yet, it might be next year, it might be 10 years, might never be. Right. So if that's not an issue, then this could be an attractive buy. Location-wise, it's very good.
Oh, it's not bad. It's a good size overall.
Yeah. That's it. Okay. Anyway, let's get into number 2, Marcus.
All right, Benjamin. I'd like to take you to 702. Oh, wow, my favourite of 57 Spencer Street, Melbourne.
So we are the other end of the CBD now.
And Ben, imagine if this was on Spring Street. Holy mighty, this would be an absolute 10 out of 10. And the reason why I say that, 3 bed, 3 bar. 2 car, Benjamin.
Yep, 3 bed.
What was it?
3 bed, 3 bat, 2 car.
Yep. Yes, EOI, closing 6th of September for $3 million. Is it a single asking price?
Yeah, so it's in the agent's quote sheet, it is, the price guide, it is $3 million.
Wow, Ben, it's a single asking price. And now, this is unique, and the reason why I love it is because, Ben, it was originally known as the She Oak Hill, and was home to Melbourne's first racetrack, and the area was home to John Batman.
And John Batman,
in 1886,
one of the founders of modern Melbourne.
Yes, and Ben, let's just say $3 million. How big is it?
Now, when we look through the guide,
I know how much
it looks like it's 300 square metres. That's what it says on the listing.
It does.
And how big's the internal area?
The internal area, make sure you look, it's 243 square metres internal, 43 square metres external, I believe.
Okay, and so what does that, do you believe, or is that what it says on the floor plan?
That's what it says on the floor plan.
Okay, so let's just say that's what it is. What sort of square metre rate is that then?
But always measure yourself if you really want to know.
That's right, yeah, if you want to really double check, get one out, the measuring stick, and measure up the rooms.
Yeah, so it's $12,345 per square metre, Ben.
Okay, well that compared to, say, our number 3 or number 2 was 6,400, so double. Now, is this double as good?
Yeah, Ben, and let's have a look. You've just mentioned something here. Do you want to just talk about the good old railway authorities?
Well, just because we were just doing our DD about the history of this building. Now, John Batman, one of the establishers of early Melbourne, where his old house was, but then I think in the early 90s, so this was proposed as the railway head office.
Wow.
And so they originally built, I think the designer, I read 2 areas, there was 2 different names. One was James Moore, which was on the listing, but then online on another website, William Green was proposed as a designer. So anyway, famous architect, designed it originally, I think it was only 2 or 3 levels, but then in 1912, another level, 2 levels was added, and then in 1950s, another level was added, which is a top level, which might be where these apartments were done.
We're getting into it.
But this one's very unique, Marcus, which I know you're going to just talk about.
I'd love to. So it's within walking distance to Southern Cross, Crown Casino, which we all love, don't we?
Very useful.
The good old Cosmopolitan South Wharf. But it's perched on the top of the floor in the building. It's a 243 square metre internal.
Yeah.
It's a luxury living in Melbourne's most unique penthouse, as per the agent's listing, which I love. Upstairs comprised of a master bedroom with soaring 7.5 metre ceilings. Now, Ben, this is perfect for me because I'm at 6 metres tall, so it's very, very good.
What about this 7.5 metre tall
round
dome?
The dome, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Would you like to have your main bedroom in a dome?
Why not?
I would love it. I reckon it'd be very, very, very suave and cool.
I think it's very cool.
And Ben, upstairs you've got the master bedroom. We've talked. There's actually a nice bedroom on the 6th floor. Is 8.3 by 4.6. You could break that into 2 nearly.
Beautiful.
But the thing is, you have to enter on the 6th floor. You can't enter on the 7th floor. You have to go up the stairs.
It's not bad. Stairs in your own house.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I'm just
that's right. If
pointing
you're
it
in a
out.
wheelchair, you need to be. I mean, or if you can't walk very well, you need to be aware of that.
You do. We love the living room and also the massive kitchen dining room, Ben. Like, that's
Yeah.
huge. Have you ever seen something that big in your life? 8.8 times 4.4.
I mean, I've seen some big kitchens.
That
but
is a big
That is a
one.
nice one. Anyway, this sort of location, the location is very prime. There's a lot going on in that area, so there's a lot of development and a lot of dockland sort of development too. So some people might find it a little bit too highly developed, whereas at Spring Street End, it's a little bit more open near where the park is. However, again, this thing looks very unique, very cool, and it is a little piece of Melbourne history.
It is, Ben, and nothing online about this one. I tried on RP Data Prize Fund and nothing, so I
Wow.
wonder if this has been in the same hands for a very long time.
Well, that is the big mystery.
Now,
so-
this is just dominating, get it? Dome dominating, yes?
that's a good one.
The Melbourne skyline.
On
this
to
one.
number one.
Let's go.
Anyway, this one here, Marcus. Now we're going
you
down
don't have
to
much on it?
a very cool,
that's a shame.
a very cool street called Hardware Lane. Now this
Hardware
is
Street, Ben.
Hardware Street. Now that's right. There's two streets. One's Hardware Lane, Hardware Street. This one is Hardware Street.
Got him.
That's actually what I searched on Google Maps. Why it didn't pop up the first time? I must have done Hardware Lane. So this is Hardware Street. That's a
a
little
bit
bit
hard,
more
that one.
north of Hardware Lane.
Yes.
Anyway, it's Unit 10114 Hardware Street, Melbourne. Dong, this is a good one. Now, 2 bed, 1 bath, 1 car, private sale for 640 to 695K. Now, this one last sold for $268,000 in 1992. 1992 has grown up very well, and it's appreciated quite a bit. Like, look at that. From 268 to 700K, that's pretty good appreciation. But location-wise, it's super. Near Hardware Society Cafe, White Mojo,
White
very
Mojo.
close to Vic
I love
University.
White Mojo. Been on a date there too as well.
I'll tell you, how many dates are you going
Not
on
many.
here? But Pho Thin, which is an excellent pho, like Vietnamese pho restaurant, very yummy. And this one here is 91 in square metres internal. So that comes out to about Marcus, 7,600 square metres. Good bedrooms, good outlook. It's got a proper at-grade car space. And by at-grade, we mean it's just on the ground. It's on the stacker.
huge.
I think this
8 by 4.
is very good. The bedrooms are next to each other. That's okay. It's only got 1 bathroom, which for some people is an issue. But then again, just look at that dining room. Yes, you don't have a view of, gardens and everything, and the 2 bedroom windows are kind of like a light wellish sort of thing.
little bit
The
dated.
bathroom needs a little bit of work, but I'm telling you, for that sort of value, for a first home buyer, that's one of the older photos. For a first home, look, it's an older photo. For a first home buyer or someone buying on more of a budget, like that is very, very attractive, and it's in the CBD with a car space.
I love it, Ben. I think it's unique. I think it's got.
I think it's good value, and also the entrance to this building complex is a nice, grand, sprawling sort of walking.
640. Imagine
640
if
to
you could get that- If you
695K.
get that for 600 or 640, I
No
reckon that's
stamp
a
duty.
Good bargain.
Or stamp duty savings. Anyway, that's why it's our number one for the week. So Marcus, what do you reckon?
Where would you live? Which one would you live? Which one would you want to, out of all of them?
So
Would you like to?
I love the number 3 one, but I'm a bit worried that the view will be blocked out.
Yep.
Hardware Lane, I think Hardware Lane's probably my number one. I just think it's such a great place to be, very hip, right in the middle of the heart of the CBD.
In terms of its location, but what about the
Location.
Rotunda, the big dome in Spencer Street?
You know what, if I had 3 million big ones,
Yeah.
that's like a prestigious
Yeah,
statement
you're right.
living.
It is a bit of statement living, but like for value, I think
Yeah.
this one in Hardware Lane, have a look at it. It really does provide good value. I think the dining and lounge area it's got a nice aspect. You got natural light. So Ben, that's where I'd probably choose.
There we go. Well, I guess we agree this week.
Ding dong, let's
Thank
go.
you very much.
Thank you.
See you later, guys. Next
Bye.
week. Bye.